remember, are defense deals, diplomatic deals. But now I want to tell you about a gift diplomacy. The gifts that usually leaders of state give are no ordinary gifts. There is usually a symbolism attached. And this time, we are told, Dokra artwork musicians with studded stonework is going to be presented. This was given, if I'm correct, to the French President Macron as well. All of this to reflect the rich heritage, the art that India has been very proud of for years, decades now. So that was given to French President Macron. Then there is, look at that, a wooden railway toy set. And you would have guessed it by now, of course, not to Donald Trump, but to Vice President J.D. Vance's son, Vivek, whose birthday it was. And the family managed to meet Prime Minister Modi in France. So that was a wooden railway toy set. Then a jigsaw puzzle on Indian paintings. Again, to the children, 2 sons had come to meet Prime Minister Modi with Usha Chilukuri and J.D. Vance. So that was a jigsaw puzzle on Indian paintings given to them. Then an eco-friendly wooden alphabet set. That was to the 3rd child of the Vances. She wasn't there at that meeting. She's a little child toddler. So to the daughter of VP Vance, a wooden alphabet set. So age-specific, but also eco-friendly, Indian heritage, all of that in, remember, carefully thought of gifts that were presented. So what will it be for Donald Trump? We'll be tracking that and more. Prime Minister is set to meet Donald Trump. So one of the issues that will be, of course, remember, which has been a bone of controversy, it's been immigration, legal and illegal, trade and tariff, defense cooperation will be on agenda. But because in the backdrop of deportations, that is something India will have to look at carefully, especially the outrage uproar of why, even though they were illegal Indians, why were they chained? During his 36-hour stay in the USA, PM Modi is scheduled to hold bilateral meetings with President Trump. There are delegation-level formats as well. PM Modi is likely to also meet Elon Musk. Musk is likely to hold a meeting with PM Modi over Starlink's plan to start a satellite broadband service in India and other plans as well with regard to Tesla.
Visit tomorrow, and I will let the president discuss the details on the reciprocal tariff front. But this is something he believes strongly in, and it's very simple logic as to why the president wants to impose reciprocal tariffs. It's the golden rule, which we all learned when we were growing up in school. Treat others the way you want to be treated. And far too many nations around this world have been ripping off the United States of America for far too long, and that's why the president believes this will be a great policy that will benefit American workers and improve our national security.
It's wonderful that the Prime Minister is going to be back in the United States, arriving today. It was so good to see the Prime Minister back in 2023 when he was here for his arrival visit and to sing the Indian National Anthem for the Prime Minister and my beloved Indian American community. It was a great joy to have him. So it's exciting that he's coming back to the States here today, and I know I'm going to visit with the President tomorrow. And, you know, it's beautiful to see this time in the world, the recent election of the Prime Minister, certainly reelected overwhelmingly, and then to have President Trump back in office, winning by a landslide. So these two great leaders meeting again here in these first 100 days of President Trump's new administration. It's exciting. I'm looking forward to seeing the Prime Minister.
You know, we've obviously known that President Trump likes Prime Minister Narendra Modi. He's made it abundantly clear, you know, during even campaign when, you know, nobody asked him, you know, he would invoke Prime Minister Narendra Modi's name as somebody who is his friend. So we probably see the continuing of that bromance. But also remember, you know, President Donald Trump made a lot of campaign promises, you know, his slogan of making America great again. And he used to talk a lot about tariffs, and he's not going to spare anyone. In fact, he even said about, you know, warned the BRICS countries about having 100% tariff on the countries if they were going to launch a new currency. So that would be something that the Indian delegation will have to, you know, ease into a conversation with President Trump and his administration. But there are a lot of opportunities, you know, for both the nations to come together. And I think that would also be, you know, talked about tomorrow. There could be energy cooperation. We've heard about, you know, India could be buying more coal from the U.S., oil and gas. Obviously, more defense spending. I think that also drives very good and bodes really well for President Trump that, you know, India will be spending some more dollars for America and creating more jobs for Americans. Also, on, you know, on the list would be China, encountering China, and how do you handle that situation in Indo-Pacific, and then immigration. I think all the topics would be on the table. Yes, tariff will get a lot of eyeballs, but we have to understand that, you know, Trump is trying to drive home a message here in America, which is that he's going to be tough on all world leaders, regardless of who they are. But with India, I think he definitely has a soft corner for Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and we'll probably see that tomorrow in his interactions with Prime Minister Modi. And they're both, I think, both of their interaction. Important thing, as soon as Tulsi Gabbard, was sworn in, she went to see Prime Minister Modi across from the White House. So the optics are there for everybody to see that this is a very special relationship. And although there could be some disagreements, but I think, in all, I think this will probably turn out to be another stepping stone for a greater Indo-US relationship.